Does a game need stunning graphic to be good? No. Or an amazing orchestral score? Not really. Or maybe a Hollywood-worthy story? Not necessarily. So maybe this kind of amazing mechanic that keeps you on the edge all the time? Not really. So what things are making games great? Let's find out. I am the Wereduck, and let's talk about games. So, a little bit about myself. I'm an avid gamer with a knack for looking at games a bit differently. As I'm gaining more experience as a software developer and as a video game tester, I'm starting to look at games quite differently. It's not only just to have some fun, it's about learning something so then I can actually use it when I'll be developing my own game. So in this video, I want to set a ground rule for my future videos in regards to how we are going to review some games. So based on the diagram shown above, we are going to dissect games into 5 distinct parts. The first thing we are going to focus mostly is going to be the idea of the game, because there needs to be a good, well-rounded idea so we can address the proper audience with any title. Then we're going to talk about mechanics. So mechanics can be very simple or quite complex. Like, as shown behind me, we've got Lords of the Fallen with one of the most interesting mechanics I've seen in quite a while. It really reminds me of Legacy of Kain Soul River, where you were able to traverse between 2 different dimensions, the undead and the living world. In Lords of the Fallen, we've got the same situation, but it's just named differently. The main reason, the main difference that we can see in between those 2 games is that with the use of a new item, which is the umbrella lamp, we are able to interact and see behind the veil of the umbra. So we are having more options to traverse and to explore the levels, but we are going to have a look at it more deeply later on when we're going to dissect this game properly. Then we've got music. Music is something that always enhances our experience with any game, from good ambience in games like Amnesia, or with heavy focus on rhythm like in Crypt of the Necrodancer, Beat Saber, Dance Dance Revolution, and so on and so forth. So the games are usually using the music as part of the main mechanic and the main experience for the player. Now let's talk about graphics. It is not necessarily a vector for creating an amazing game, but it may convey mechanics. It can enforce the feeling of the game. Let's make a small bet. If I will give you a game which is amazing, despite not being fully fleshed out with graphics, so we are talking about meshes, we are talking about textures, but still has an amazing gameplay, you're gonna drop a subscribe. So the game we are talking about is Perception, where you as the protagonist are blind and use sound waves to create a kind of echolocation to traverse the game world. The game was actually released in 2017, which makes it quite old, but with the clever use of mechanics and graphics, makes for an unforgettable experience. And then last but not least is the story. The story can be as captivating as it is possible. Like, I cannot imagine having played so many times Mass Effect or Gothic without a nice story, without options, decisions that you can make that alter a little bit the outcome. But as well, not having a story is not a bad thing. Let's have a look at some games which have this kind of choose your own adventure kind of approach, like Minecraft, Valheim, or other survivor type games. So basically, when we look at them, we don't have a fully fleshed out story. We've got like a general idea what we have to do, but then how we are going to approach it, what we are going to struggle with, or how we're going to resolve this entire game is all up to us. The ways how we are going to invest or interact with the world around us. So as we can see, not every game has to be excellent in any of those four categories I've shown to you. But having a consistent design which incorporates every single part of it can make for an amazing experience and a great game. So a game doesn't need an amazing soundtrack or stunning graphics or even a story to be a great game. Please drop a comment down below with your favorite games that we may refer to with our future reviews. And let's keep the conversation going. Hit the subscribe button, and I'll hope to see you in my next video. Bye.